Hi, Mika here from Superchat, and in this video I will show you our new automation analytics. So as you can already see, here I'm in the analytics part of Superchat. Here we introduced a new tab that's called automations. And as you can already see here, you can get a whole bunch of very insightful like information and data about all of your automations. So at the very top, we will start with the filters that we have here, one for date range. So here we can really look at, like how automations performed this month, last year, etc. And then we can also filter for specific automations. Like here currently, these analytics are applied to all automations that are currently up and running, but you can also filter for specific ones. Then next we have a couple of like key metrics here at the very top. First of all, the executed amount of automation runs where something was automated. Here in this case almost 1000. Then the same thing but for automation tasks, so like how many nodes of these automation runs were automated. And then on the right hand side we can see how much time we actually saved with all of these automations. How we calculate everything you can see in our help center. So here we make it super transparent, like how we calculate everything, especially when it comes to time saved. Like what amount of seconds do we apply to each node, etc. So if you want to go more in depth, definitely take a look at this help center article. Continuing here with the charts, here you can see over time how many automation runs were executed. Then here, like this is very neat for kind of debugging and for like, keeping automations healthy. You can see the same as above, the automation runs over time, but here more specifically by the status of the automation run. So here definitely keep an eye on red. So every time you can see something here, for example, in this time period, there were a whole bunch of automation runs that failed. This kind of always signals you that you should take a look and kind of identify what causes these automations to fail, but more on that in a second. Down below, the same thing for tasks. So here we can see over time how many tasks were executed, and then same thing for how much time we saved for all the automations. Exactly. Then here an overview table of all your automations makes it super easy to kind of compare the automations with each other. Here again via runs, tasks, time saved, and then also success rate. This kind of goes hand in hand with this graph. Here you can see your automations that have a success rate that's below 80, like 70, and then here signaling red. You should probably take a look at these. And then here, for example, we have one that's called new website flow, and what you then should be doing, you should go into automations, activity log, and then here filter by failed ones, and then here by the one that had a kind of high fail rate. Then here you can see all the context that this automation was executed on, and then here you can take a look. Here, for example, it failed with the AI agent, and then you can look into why this happened and kind of fix your automation from here. Exactly, that's already it. I hope this helps you with getting more insights into what works, what doesn't work, especially when it comes to your automations. Greetings from Berlin. See you soon. Bye-bye.